Hello and welcome to this week's Generation Iron podcast. Your host, me, Victor Martinez, along with Ehsan Farahi, Vlad Yudin, and Edwin Mejia. Okay, guys, it's a hot topic today, and we're getting attacked here. What's going on, Ed?
Hey, man.
Don't listen to Generation Iron or Victor Martinez.
I think you've been called out, right? Is that
I was called out, man.
Is that the first time you've been called out? By
you
a
know
social
what?
media personality?
Aside from my own neighborhood, yes.
So Kali Muscle is upset apparently, right?
It's all right. But we got a lot to throw at him. But you know,
I said I like Kali Muscle personally.
Hey, man, we really didn't go all in with him. We were kind of lenient.
He said bodybuilding is demonic, and we shared our.
We were lenient. We were nice. We were cordial.
But he's upset now.
We were professional.
Victor, he's upset now. Well, I mean, what do you?
He's upset. I don't know. He's.
Of course, he's upset. You know, when you say something true, you know.
I mean,
true words hurt.
Listen, Generation I is not for the faint of hearts. You know. So,
He said we must be stopped.
we must be stopped. What are we doing here? Educating the public in a real way, not in a fallacy kind of way like he does.
Oh man,
That's just
again?
the first shot. That's the first shot.
Yeah, in the
We
past,
don't make stuff up, you know?
In the past, we would get a lot of hate, but I mean, now it's like everybody's responding to other people whenever anybody posts a comment up or does a video. But in our defense, Vic does have a lot of great input and information out there. There's a lot of people that have gotten a lot of value from the information, but I think with regards to Kali Muscle, I think he's a little bit bitter, perhaps.
Listen,
Vic?
at the end of the day, we do one of these things. Are we going to stop the world from taking steroids? No. So what
Exactly.
do? We approach it in a different way. We educate them. We give them the pros and the cons, which are even more. But at the end of the day, people are going to do it. I understand he got a scare, and he wants to throw us under the bus, saying that we're promoting steroid use and all this, which we don't.
We never promote steroids.
We don't. And, we really didn't make fun of him,
I said I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his personally. I think
No,
I know you're
again,
not. But
no, it's not being a fan. I really had nothing against him. I seen his work, and I believe he did once a commercial for Planet Fitness.
Did he really?
Planet Fitness.
Wait, Kali, because
He has a free membership over there.
Oh wow!
no, but one of the
Really?
things is
We gotta dig that up. It's gotta be online, right?
was it the milk? I don't know. It was one of them.
Did he do that ad?
Directing.
I think
so.
that there is a commercial out there. I'm not sure if it's him, but we'll double check. And I think,
But wait, the Planet Fitness made fun of bodybuilders, right?
Yes.
So he was like the.
I don't know. I'm not sure. But when you did send his response to us, to me, to all of us, with our Generation I in general, I started looking at some of his videos and, dude, what the hell are you talking about in those videos? Like,
You weren't a fan?
after I seen his videos, first of all, are you wiping your ass because toilet paper has bleach in it? So you don't? What do you use? Well, what do you use? What do you use? Wipes? I don't know.
He's picking the concept in the news and the internet, and he's thinking he can't talk about the topic because of the one article. He's a clown. He's a
Whoa, come on. It's,
I mean,
That's too.
We're
No,
not gonna.
it's not. Let me tell him. I'm not scared. He's a clown. He's a piece of shit, man.
Whoa!
Oh, man, poop emoji.
Did you hear what he's saying, bro?
Come on, man.
Stop! Come on.
Bunch of retarded, I mean,
Oh man, we're bringing back. I thought that
come
word was
on.
canceled back in the 90s.
He doesn't know. He's talking about who? He's talking about Victor Martinez.
You said Generation Iron must be stopped. So really, it's us as a group. But I'll take the hit, because he did use my profile on the.
You put your picture in the video.
I actually, what he did was, I think he did a Geico commercial in the middle of the street.
Geico, not Planet Fitness.
So that's what I think he did.
I gotta say is one thing. It's just he's got an audience. He's got a niche, and people believe him. They're following him. They're there stroking
Liver
his.
King has an audience too. People believe him too.
No, but
I mean,
that's why I believe,
it's the
I
same
think Kali
concept.
Muscle, his name should be changed to Kaliman. Remember Kaliman, the old comic book? You ever heard of Kaliman?
I've never heard of that, no.
Never heard of it?
Kaliman.
Well, Kaliman is a Mexican created, comic book superhero. And his basic, but he was supposed to come out of India or something like that. But his powers are, to hypnotize people and have them and control them. So I believe Kali Muscle has the power of Kaliman.
He's actually a good actor. In fact, though, our guys just told us that he did do the Planet Fitness commercial. So I just got that information. So it's
There
a
you
very,
go. You
very
belong
old
in
school.
Planet
Victor is
Fitness
right.
too,
You do
man.
your research, bro.
No,
Very
I
old
was
school.
just looking, scrolling.
Very old school commercial, but he did it, and he has actually a lot of acting chops. So shout out to
So you
talent.
sold yourself out a long time ago, man. You don't love bodybuilding, man.
And then end of that video, he said, "I love bodybuilder."
No.
And then-
You can't
If
say
bodybuilder is
both.
evil. How? I mean, what are you talking
No.
about? You don't
Body-
know what you're talking about.
If
That's
it's
the problem.
demonic, then you're a voodoo man. Nah.
All right. So, Kali Muscle, I guess some people don't like you here. I'm neutral.
Again, Kali, I don't really know you like that. I don't take it personal, man.
I think it's entertaining. But
Yeah, but you take a shot, I'm gonna take one at you.
there you go. So hopefully it will solve it. So let's move to the
Kali
question.
Mount.
Call him out.
Let's move to the question of the day now.
Yeah, so the question of the day this week is submitted by Dana Beal. Dana Beal, thank
Thanks
you
to
again
Daniel
for
and Bailey, I thought you said first.
Dana Beal.
Oh.
And it's Dana R. Beal at Gmail. Dana was very excited to submit this question. We were very excited to receive her question because she did say that we, Vic, don't cover a lot of female questions. And she also mentioned that it would be good to get attention to it, considering that she knows that most of our audience are men. But we do speak for a lot of women out there. We do have Vic here to speak on a lot of training, coaching, health guidance. So Dana's question is, my question is, if you follow a split routine like a push-pull and you work out 4 times a week, on a second push-pull workout of the week, are you better off doing the same 3 to 4 exercises per body part, Vic, that you did on the first push-pull day? Or are you better off doing 3 to 4 different exercises per body part than you did on your first push and pull workout of the week?
All right. So I'm thinking you're doing 2 days pull, 2 days pushing. That's what I gather.
What does that mean, pull, push?
Usually anything like shoulders or chest, like
okay,
the pushing and tricep, whatever.
Yeah, we cover a lot of that, but it's a good question because
Yes,
It's a very detailed question.
but she didn't say if she wanted to build muscle, stay in shape, or anything like that. Are you bodybuilding? Are you power?
What's the goal? Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't understand the goal, but ideally, you definitely want to include compound movements along with isolation movements. So if you're doing, 1-day compounds, you could do free weights. The next time you can actually do cable movements, more isolation, or you can start compound and end it with cable to isolate the muscle more. But obviously, compounds, you're going to build more muscle. It's going to get you a little bit bigger. But again, I don't know. I don't want to assume, you want to just stay in shape because you're a woman. But ideally, you want to mix the both, which is a better, combination for the muscle. And that way you can get enough muscle at the same time while isolating them. So a compound movement with, what do you think?
That's you answer everything. I mean, exactly what you said. We don't know what's the goal.
Yeah.
But the combination with the push, I mean, to me, I don't like the push and pull is the same day. I like to be separate, to be attack the muscle for different angle.
Yes.
And fully 100%. When you're doing pull and push, you cannot put 100% on yourself to one muscle. But if you separate it, push one day, pull next day, again push, and then pull like that, and single muscle basically, daily workout, I think you can put 100% of your energy, your power to specifically that area of the muscle and attack it with a different angle.
No, I agree, because if you start, let's say, with push, by the time you get to the pull,
Yeah.
you're going to be slightly weaker. So you're going to get the next muscle group is not going to get the most out of the workout.
Exactly.
So try to separate them. Again, you are going to gain more size if you do separate them. If you're doing both and that's your normal routine, just try to do one compound, one isolation for each one if you're doing it anyways, together. But good luck, and, you're going to get the, muscle meds, supplements.
Yeah, congratulations and congrats for submitting that question. Thank you for submitting that question, Dana. You are this week's winner.
Yeah, and the ladies keep coming because we got answers for you too. So
yeah, you
don't
get your
feel left
selection.
out.
Get your selection of carnivore beef protein or carnivore RTDs, and obviously the carnivore RTDs are great for people that want to have a lot of clean protein, but also want dietary sensitive to dairy,
lactose intolerance too. It helps a lot.
tolerance. So those great selection. But yeah, I mean, this brings us to a new topics this week,
Interesting
new week,
topic.
obviously, and there's been a lot of controversy. Not want to say controversy, but a lot of questions, a lot of comments about how the IFBB or the NPC, right, made the announcement that there will be natural competitions. I believe Tyler Mannion came out recently saying that there was going to be
A natural division. I think.
a natural division or natural events. So I'm very curious because this is something that we didn't really expect it, but it wasn't necessarily a big surprise because we kind of heard rumors that this would eventually happen in the IFBB NPC. Obviously, we've seen events like the Natural Olympia. We've covered it here at Generation Iron.
But it's a different federation.
PNBA, NBA, they're completely different federations. There's other natural organizations out there. But we've never personally attended like a natural event for the NPC or IFBB. So, Vic, what's your...
NPC does have one, though, the one in Ohio. It's the biggest one they have.
I was going to ask, they did have something.
Yes,
like that, right?
yes, they do have them. And they always had them.
They have one of them in Maryland too. Natural.
Yes, they have had them, but what
they're
I
not
noticed,
big.
They're not big. But now I think the expansion of more shows. That's what basically was going on. So,
But Tyler also mentioned that I guess if you win a certain amount of those natural shows, you can actually qualify to be at the Mr. Olympia show, which gives it a pass, basically.
I guess the point is at the division.
Yeah.
The new division in Mr. Olympia.
No,
Why not?
no. Like the overall winner, I think, of the natural division can be at the stage of the regular Mr. Olympia.
Oh.
I think.
I mean, that'll be nice. It's gonna be a little disadvantage.
I don't think it's a fair. I don't think it's a fair competition. I don't think it's a.
Yeah.
It's happening. I think they add the new division
Completely.
As a category.
as a category.
But this is why this is controversial. I'll tell you right now. What he mentioned it could be controversial is because if you do this, that means automatically you're making everybody else see like, okay, these guys are all on drugs, and this is a natural division. You see what I'm saying? It creates an instant division. That's why I feel like it might be controversial.
I mean, everything is controversial right now, but natural always cries foul. But I think giving them the opportunity to compete within the NPC and having more shows, because I feel like some of them also kind of like the wheelchair. That's why I added it to my show, because I feel like they don't have enough shows. So giving natural the platform is one thing. Olympia is a totally whole other thing. But pointing fingers, everybody's gonna cry natural. Some people are gonna say, so what? There's always gonna be an argument, regardless of where you are, what state, what borough, what city you're in. You're always gonna say I'm better. At the end of the day, it's each his own. But I think it's great that they added more shows and the natural bodybuilders, fitness, figure, wellness.
So you don't see an issue with that announcement, or
no? I just hope they get the audience. That's one thing. The problem is not having the shows. It's kind of like we were talking earlier about the women's basketball. I watch it because of my daughter, and the women always say, "Hey, we don't get enough money. We don't do this."
Right.
But the problem is, women should just watch more of it. So
to create demand, basically.
Yeah, to create the demand and create, ticket sales and create the endorsements. Same thing with natural. It's not really that nobody wants to see you guys. It's just not a lot of people support you guys. And that's what you need to do more of. And people want to see more of this. They want to see more sponsorship for you guys and all that. So it's really about support. you know.
So when we were making Generation 9 Natty for Life, the film, right, which was focusing on the Natural Olympia and then PMBA as an organization. So immediately after the movie came out or when we were actually making it, the biggest thing was like, well, then all of them are not natural anyway. This is all bullshit. The testing is a joke. We got all those type of comments. You see what I'm saying? So isn't it instantly going to be a situation with this one as well? People going to be doubting that they're natural?
Well, if you're natural,
immediately, you know what I mean?
I think that's great. I think it's more of a compliment. If you're natural and they doubt you are, I think they'll, take it as a compliment. At the end of the day, take the test, call everybody's bluff and just take the test, have an individual doctor, you can actually make it a whole spectacle on social media and shut people up and make it fun.
The test from the Olympia Natural was a fake test or was a solid test?
So what happened was nobody got tested before. Afterwards, if they had a suspicion, I believe they got tested. And I think
and
some
everyone
were
is not tested,
before.
just the top 5, yeah?
Whoever they were basically questioning, I think they were getting tested.
They
And
were
in some
doing random at one
some
point.
competitions they were getting tested before the competition. It was different levels. So it depends on the show, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the question is who wants to test? Which organization has to be tested?
I think wasn't even that us.
I mean, for Olympic level.
Well, the drug testing is done by WADA.
WADA, yeah.
So WADA does all the natural Olympia testing.
WADA does for all Olympics sport. But,
Okay, yeah. So WADA also
but
does.
this sport is not from WADA.
Well,
No, PMBA, he was saying.
PMBA, but I don't know with the IFBB NPC. They're probably not using WADA, obviously. So I don't know.
PMBA was under WADA.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They had the testing
That's
people at
big.
the events.
Yeah.
WADA is a big. WADA is a
But
big
even
organization.
when we talked about it in the film, people were like, they're still lying. And then some people said, well, you can use it. Remember how we talked about it on the show? You can use PEDs all up before like the week.
Some
before
people
the
know
show.
how to dope. They just know how to dope
stop.
better, and that's it. They know how to do it. They know how to beat it, and some people got skills.
Well, so I'm saying if you have the right doctors and people, especially those doctors and coaches that are in the MMA world, which are probably helping guys like John Jones and others, you probably get away with a lot too. So, but yeah, look, it's interesting to see. I mean, obviously there is a market for natural bodybuilding, which is why I think the NPC and the IFBB have gone that route. And there is a good, viable business opportunity there. So I think there's a lot of athletes that are looking to sign up and potentially could be a good opportunity for athletes that want.
I think they should just simplify the test by checking butt cheeks for track marks.
I think it's very good for the natural athletes because NPC and IFBB is the biggest organization for bodybuilding, and everyone, the natural people, always has a dream to compete on NPC or IFBB or Mr. Olympia stage. So this is the new opportunity for those people to come next to juicy people. But the question exactly, will I say, it's not against each other, both on same show.
I mean, they're always going to be
like Mr.
against each
Olympia.
other.
That's what I heard, yeah. Vic, wasn't there a year, maybe not when you were competing, where they were actually testing at Olympia for drugs? I forgot what year it
1992.
was.
Yeah, I wasn't competing.
1993, sorry.
1992.
Yeah, I wasn't
302.
competing, but I remember that year.
Yes.
Everyone was soft.
Someone,
Yeah. Was it
So
92?
the testing
I think
worked,
it was
though, right?
91.
92.
92?
93, sorry, 93.
Yeah,
92.
yeah.
The
All I
testing
know is
Shout out
everybody
again,
came in
shout out
soft.
again. That was that moment in time. NPC, IFBB, and IFBB amateur. Rafael Santuja was together, and Rafael Santuja has a connection with the WADA. Actually, WADA is taking the test, and the test from the Diuretic.
Diuretic also.
Because
everything
because
was
1992, years before, Muhammad bin Aziza died.
Yeah.
A day before show because
Yes.
of Diuretic.
You're right, yeah.
And
That's
then
what changed a little bit.
1993, they say, okay, we want to put the test. But that test happening beginning of the year, middle of the year, before Mr. Olympia, they drop it because everyone was soft.
Yeah, it was like,
You gotta pull the
great.
images from that.
Everybody was 4 weeks out,
Yeah.
6 weeks out.
They put it a test just from the one
But still
drop
big,
Diuretic.
right?
No, it was still big. You still had the endorsements. You just didn't have the wow factor that you're used to. you know, that crazy freakiness of the Olympia. And I mean, I failed the test once, I admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they were testing during your time as well?
Vic failed the test, everybody.
I failed, man. Well, I failed many, actually.
Wow.
How many drug tests?
No, this is
For which show?
No, a drug test. Only this time it was actually you know, I'll bring it up. It's on record. I don't care, you know. But it was the Arnold Classic.
They were testing too?
Well, unbeknownst to me.
What year is this?
No, but I was good. 'cause
What year was
I
this?
hadn't taken really
Which
anything.
Which year? 2000.
And I'm gonna tell you right now how I felt. You know, is basically we there getting ready for the show, Arnold Classic, first time there, happy. This freaking guy walks into my room, King Kamali.
Wow. King Kamali entered the
I heard
house.
this
Yeah,
that story.
King.
I heard that story.
Yeah, King. And,
What is King Kamali doing going into your room?
Well, I knew King from New York, you know.
Yeah,
but-
2001. Yeah.
But King was on some shit, man. He was always competitive with people on and off the stage, you know.
You want to throw you off?
No, always want to throw. I mean, he called me out. I just got sponsored once by Twin Lab, and he called me out in the middle of Night of Champions. He goes, the only person that can out party anybody, Victor Martinez, on the stage in the audience. Just sign me. Who does that? King, what was that about? But, you know, that was just 1 year, prior year, and then
But that's a compliment, though.
out party, man. I mean, that's the last thing you want.
Wait, so how did you fail the test because of him? What did he do?
So he come to your room.
Comes to my room, looking at me, he goes, oh man, you're almost there.
To
Take
throw you off
this.
mentally. Take this, like a pill?
Take this. It was a diuretic. I wasn't really taking them, you know. I didn't really take them. I would just dry out, cutting the water. You know, back in those days, it was like sporadic taking them. So gives me an aldactone, whatever. I'm like, hey, anything to get closer to these guys, even though I really had no chance. This is my first Arnold. And right when I take it, you know, they call us, roll call, go downstairs. We back getting pumped up. And all of a sudden, these guys walk in with white jackets.
Wow.
Wow, he set you up like that?
He set you up on purpose.
No, I don't know if it was on purpose.
Come on.
I really don't know. I can't really say that.
Wow.
You know, to his defense, I can't really say that. But these white jackets just walk into the freaking locker room, pump up area, and they're like, okay, everyone, line up. We're going to be in this car.
Wow.
We're like, no.
So what happened then? You take the drug test, and then what happens?
What happens then, like my first piss, diuretic piss, was like all like 100% aldactone.
So what does the Arnold do in that case?
Well, in that case, I had to, you know, kind of I had to write a letter, you know, to NPC. I think they still have it probably. You know, because it was one of these things that I did. It was a big faux pas on my part. And
This
again,
makes absolutely no sense to me.
That was
I
the
was,
last year.
well, I wasn't really used to traveling for shows. Every show I'd done was always local, you know, New York, New Jersey.
That's crazy, man.
You know, it was like a big, giant freaking.
I don't know what's more confusing, that the NPCs actually or the IFBB is doing drug testing, or is it that King Kamali is trying to set you up or something?
I don't know.
Like they're both just very confusing.
That's a two different story. We can't
But
talk
they're-
until
Yeah,
tomorrow morning.
I don't know. I can't, on that behalf, I can't really say so. But, you know, was he trying to help? You know, that's what we do.
He saw the
you know?
white jackets downstairs, and he came upstairs like, Vic.
Did he fail?
He didn't compete that year.
Oh, he was just there?
Yeah, it was just there.
He saw the white
he
coats
compete that
downstairs.
year. Yeah, we just, but it was one of those things. I'm like, damn, you know, this is a bad look for me. I'm like, I've only been pro, I think that was just 2002. Yeah, not even.
That's why. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, a year.
So you're still kind of
It
young.
was
and you
literally
kinda
like a year,
Yeah.
like 12, you know,
Just
14
starting to
months.
compete.
What
Yeah.
a crazy story, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of natural, have you seen that Tom Platz revealed his quads? He's 68 years old.
Looks
Have you
good.
seen that
crazy.
picture? It's circulating
Crazy.
online?
It's
He looks
crazy.
good.
When you
Natural,
have
right?
genetics for
Natural, right? What do you
He
think?
was born to squat,
Yeah.
born to have legs. I don't
Right.
think he ever. I mean, the only injury ever known he ever had was his bicep tear.
Yeah, bicep. Yeah,
That's it. Like he just
and always he has a thick legs.
Ginormous.
always. I mean, always had the crazy form.
Always wearing a suit for some reason.
I mean, the only person I seen sissy squat, 4 plates.
Yes.
On both sides on a hack squat.
That's crazy.
Perfect
right?
form.
Perfect, yeah.
Deep.
And I'm lucky to have my knees because I did that a few times, and I'm like, how did?
Yeah, that's definitely genetics because anybody that's lifting as much as he is,
it's
I mean, we've
genetics.
covered his workouts at Generation extensively, and they
it's
get a lot of attention. And what I've realized is that's genetics because if you have anybody else doing that type of weight consistently and lifting like that, you're going to have some knee problems and back problems potentially. So
Problems in general.
He always talk about forms, and he always talk about range of the motion, how is important. So form, range of the motion plus genetics he had, and boom, they become Tom Platz. I mean, but look at the genetics.
Golden Eagle.
Look at the genetics. By 67 years old, he still had a
It's
quad.
insane, man.
It's
but
crazy.
He did that old school kind of
Hamstring,
training.
hamstring quad. It's complete legs.
Well,
It's
that's the
crazy.
difference. That's why you always got to tell people this is what compound movements look like. You're at this age and you still have the muscle. And people get caught up on doing so many machines now. It's like I seen people doing one-arm rows with the cable, and I'm like, what are you doing with that? It's one of those things that is just everybody just got social media workout lazy.
Yeah.
And that's why when they stop, they won't look like Tom Platz, in his 60s, almost 70.
Yeah, 67.
Crazy. He's insane, man. But he looks great. And, always great to see him when you go to Gold's in Venice. Always one of those faces that you're like,
He's still there.
He's very nice.
yeah,
person,
he still goes through. Very nice.
What did you think of Ronnie Coleman's statement? He said that the exact quote is, "Stem cell is the best thing God has ever created."
God is a chemist. But it's great. But it's fantastic,
Vic, have you done stem cells, and what do you think? I mean, in terms of everybody,
I
I've
think
never heard.
I've done stem cells, but after talking to Victor Prisk, I think stem cells are like maybe 0.2% of it is in the actual stem cells.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I mean, you think you're doing it, but you're not really doing it because it's just kind of stuff you don't really understand. So you're just kind of believing the doc that's doing it. And, I mean, for the first 2 weeks, and it wasn't stem cells, I took exosome. And one of those things is I believe they do it from...
For your back too, like him?
No, I did it just to feel...
Everywhere.
Yeah, just I think it was IV, and there's exosome, there's jellyfish one, and there's placenta, and I heard stem cells, had it been real. I mean, I had a whole conversation with Victor Prisk at the Arnold, and he says it would be too expensive to be 100% stem cells.
Even overseas.
Even overseas, yes. He said the real treatment should
mix it.
cost, it will be in the likes of like $20,000 to $30,000, not $2,000 to $3,000.
Wow.
And he's the doctor. Told him about it. I said I used something. I felt good. He goes, yeah, you felt good for the first 2 weeks. And I said, you're right.
And then what?
But but still, let's feel good 2 weeks at a time. Give me more. Give me more. Whatever.
So
the
it's super expensive. Right?
Yeah, it's expensive, and I'm not gonna lie though. I felt good. I had more energy. I was training more. I was recovering faster. So
It's a form of stem cell
It's a
therapy.
treatment.
It's a therapy, right? It's like
it's a
treatment.
therapy. Is a treatment. It's not gonna fix you. It's not one of these things you do.
So it's not a solution.
Again.
So what is Ronnie talking about?
If you have the money, and you can do this treatment, and
It's
keep doing
it's
it.
upkeep, right?
It's an upkeep. I mean, you have
You
guys
gotta
like
keep doing it.
Flex Lewis, Ronnie Coleman, and others that have gone overseas in places like Costa Rica, Colombia to
A lot
get
of people
treatment.
travel. They travel. They do
get-
it, and I would do it.
Right.
I would still do it because at the end of the day, what else? Everything else is a treatment.
I mean, it really. There's a lot of studies out there that it helps with repairing tissue and recovering
Yes,
faster. So I think
yes.
that's why a lot of these bodybuilders,
Yeah, so
professional
it's-
bodybuilders, do it.
So
And there's a lot of products out there now that are coming out, like obviously Stem Chopin. That the
Yeah.
Muscle Meds product that obviously does help with recovery and muscle inflammation, I think, as well. So there's a lot of things like that too that really do help.
Well, 2%, 5% is better than 0%. And the problem is when you get the real medical stuff, then you're going to get the over-the-counter bullshit stuff that they sell online. And, it's kind of like the GH pills. For example, for all those of you buying it, it's like, no. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You fell for the gimmick and you got your own kind of cybergenics. And it doesn't really work. But GH has got to be GH. But the stem cells or the exosomes I use, I believe they were great. And like I said, it's a treatment. And if you can afford it, hey, why not do it?
So you'll find me in Costa Rica one
Yes.
day, guys.
Yes.
For all things stem cell and maybe other things that we can't talk about.
Give me a whole freaking...
Turkey doesn't have it. Turkey doesn't have it.
No, I think Turkey does have it. In fact, I think that they're just Turkey's so specialized in transplant and all hair transplant and all that stuff. I'm assuming they have a lot of
I mean,
opportunities.
this one can help too for aunties.
Yes.
For everything,
yes.
right?
No, everything. Like I said, I felt great. So, I mean, if I could afford a $4,000 treatment every month, it's like, why not?
Why not?
When you have money, yes.
We need a
Sure.
med spa in the Dominican Republic, Vic, so they can get all the athletes to come out there and you can run it.
Yes, and it's gonna happen. And if I think it's already there though, but obviously I'm not affiliated with the people already there. But eventually, that's the way to go.
Yeah, that is the way to go. I mean, I don't know about TRT being legal there. I'm assuming it is, but it's still kind of under the. It's not as widely discussing.
You could just buy it like Mexico.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, you could just go and
find it in the kitchen.
say, why do you think they have a freaking pharmacy at the airport?
For that reason.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continue to submit your questions for Vic, our team, and then more importantly, continue to like, subscribe, and follow. And be sure to tune in for more. Anybody who wants to submit questions, please do so via the comments, emails, and then we'll make sure we can select your comments to win your chance of a Muscle Meds Beef Protein, Carnivore RTD, or any of the Muscle Meds products.
Yes, guys, keep them coming. And thank you for joining us in this week's episode of Generation Iron Podcast. Remember, follow us, like, and if you want to see any of our prior episodes, please stay tuned in Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or anywhere you follow or download your podcasts.
No, stop. Who are you? I'm the guy that's gonna change your life. Introducing Carnivore. 100% beef protein, 0 sugar, and lactose free, which means it's not gonna upset your stomach like this. You gotta try this. Best part about it is, beef builds muscle, so you're gonna grow. I'm just gonna take this away. You don't need this, man.